In the heart of Orange County, California, where 12 million residents live alongside 26 million annual visitors drawn to nearby Disneyland, stands one of America's most recognizable religious landmarks. The Christ Cathedral, formerly known as Robert Schuller's Crystal Cathedral, has been a beacon of architectural innovation since its creation by Philip Johnson in the 1980s. But this November, the cathedral campus will unveil something entirely new. On the second floor of the Richard Meyer-designed Cultural Center, the same architect who gave us the Getty Center in Los Angeles, a 10,000 square foot space will transform into an immersive journey through one of history's most debated artifacts. The Shroud of Turin, a 14-foot linen cloth bearing the faint impression of a crucified man. For centuries, believers have seen the burial cloth of Jesus Christ. Skeptics have questioned its authenticity. Scientists have studied its mysteries with increasingly sophisticated technology. The project represents a unique collaboration between the Diocese of Orange and Othonia, an international association within Rome's Pontifical Athenaeum Regina Apostolorum. The venue itself tells a story of transformation. Meyer's Cultural Center, completed in 2002, was originally conceived as a welcome center for Schuller's Protestant ministry. Today, it serves as the cultural heart of the Roman Catholic Diocese of Orange, the fifth largest Catholic diocese in the United States. The building's oval design creates a striking complement to the cathedral's triangular glass facade and the campus's other architectural elements. The Cultural Center brings practical foundations to this endeavor. Its lower level houses the 298-seat Fried Performing Arts Theater, complete with surround sound and a movable orchestra pit. The upper level has previously hosted major exhibitions, including Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel, the exhibition in 2020, demonstrating the venue's capacity for cultural presentations. This new museum experience will unfold across 12 distinct spaces, each designed to engage visitors in different ways. Upon entering, guests will move through a welcome center into a prologue hall, setting the stage for what's to come. 3 immersive theaters will then transport visitors through the life of Jesus, the mystery of his shroud, and the post-resurrection appearances and profound questions surrounding his resurrection. A dedicated 5,000 square foot museum space will present the intersection of scripture, history, science, art, and technology. Here, visitors will encounter the ongoing scientific investigation that has made the shroud one of the most studied artifacts in human history. Orange County's connection to shroud research spans more than 2 decades. Dr. August Aceta, an Orange County surgeon, established the Shroud Center of Southern California in 1996, after his childhood fascination with mysterious images evolved into serious scientific inquiry. His center, currently housed at the Santiago Retreat Center, continues to introduce over 25,000 students annually to the shroud through hour-long presentations. Dr. Aceta's most remarkable contribution to shroud research came through his pioneering experiments with nuclear medicine imaging at Hoag Hospital in Orange County. In a bold demonstration of scientific dedication, Dr. Aceta injected himself with 20 millicuries of TC-99M, a radioactive tracer, then underwent gamma camera scanning to test his hypothesis that radiation might explain the shroud's unique image formation. Over the years, the center has hosted lectures by prominent researchers. Barry Schwartz, the photographer for the 1978 Shroud of Turin research project, Italian researcher Emanuela Marinelli, historian Ian Wilson, and investigators Joe Marino and Father Andrew Dalton. Orange County's resident shroud expert, Father Robert Spitzer, is a Jesuit priest who holds several degrees, including a doctorate in philosophy. Father Spitzer, as the former president of Gonzaga University, has established himself as one of the authorities in syndenology, operating from his headquarters at Christ Cathedral through his Magis Center of Reason and Faith. Father Spitzer hosts the weekly EWTN television program Father Spitzer's Universe, where he regularly discusses the shroud's scientific evidence and has authored multiple books on science and theology. The new museum will feature a dedicated section showcasing Father Spitzer's research, highlighting his unique contribution to demonstrating how science and faith converge in understanding this remarkable relic. The exhibit's three primary goals are to engage visitors seeking to understand the life, death, and resurrection of Jesus, to demonstrate how science and faith can coexist in providing evidence for the shroud's authenticity, and to inspire those with casual faith toward deeper spiritual engagement. Whether driven by scientific curiosity, historical interest, or spiritual seeking, visitors to this Orange County destination will encounter questions that have captivated researchers, believers, and skeptics for generations. Let's go behind the scenes and see how this exhibit actually works and teaches history. We use advanced projection technology to create an immersive experience that gets you ready to see the full-size replica of the Shroud of Turin. You're surrounded by 14-foot-high projection walls that show images all around you, plus imagery projected on the floor. Add in surround sound with recreated ancient Middle Eastern music and instruments, and you get what we call 4D historical immersion. The first immersive theater presentation lasts 18 minutes and covers 12 important stories from Jesus' life. We chose these stories because they show both sides of Jesus, his divine power and his human experiences. You'll see everything from his birth to his crucifixion, including major moments like his baptism, the calling of his disciples, the feeding of the 5,000, the transfiguration, and the raising of Lazarus. We use professional voice actors and carefully designed sound effects to make these ancient scenes come alive. This experience gives you the context and emotional preparation you need, so when you see the shroud, you'll understand it better. The goal is to bridge the gap between our modern world and ancient times, so you can connect with history in a meaningful way. Now, let's take a look at the walking on water scene.
The dawn broke over the Sea of Galilee like prayers lifting over the horizon. The waters a stage for an impending drama. Exhausted by long hours of teaching and healing, Jesus remained ashore. His disciples set out across the sea in a small fishing vessel made of wood. The sea, at once quiet and tranquil, transformed into a savage beast. Waves roared, wind shrieked, and terror gripped the disciples' hearts as tightly as they clutched the sides of the boat. Then a figure emerged from the high waves, treading an impossible path across the frothy waters. Fear turned to amazement as a familiar voice pierced the darkness. Jesus, calm amidst chaos, approached the boat peacefully. Peter, his heart a tempest of its own, called out, "Lord, if it's you, command me to come to you." When Jesus signaled, Peter stepped into the impossible. For a heartbeat, he walked with the wind, buoyed by pure faith, though doubt, insidious as the creeping tide, pulled at his feet. As he began to sink, his cry split the night, "Lord, save me." Jesus' hand shot out, a lifeline of divine grace. In that touch, the storm's fury dissipated like mist before dawn. As calm settled over the sea, a new understanding filled the disciples' hearts. In Jesus, they glimpsed not just a teacher, but someone who even the winds and the sea obeyed.
Now let's enter theater room number 2, the heart of our immersive Shroud of Turin experience. Every element of this space was meticulously planned to transport guests into the very tomb where tradition holds Jesus was laid to rest. Our exhibit designers have created molded faux stone walls, studying archaeological photographs of ancient Palestinian burial chambers to achieve authentic textures and weathering patterns. Here, visitors will encounter 18 minutes of scientific investigation through our comprehensive documentary film. Included are some of the world's foremost shroud experts. Their insights guide viewers through a remarkable journey of discovery, from the ancient linen's unique herringbone weave and its mysterious travels from Jerusalem to Turin, to Secondo Pia's revolutionary 1898 photograph that first revealed the shroud's photographic negative properties. The film explores the extraordinary three-dimensional data encoded within the image, the forensic analysis of wounds and blood, microscopic pollen evidence, and the groundbreaking STIRP scientific studies of 1978. Visitors will witness how modern science grapples with radiocarbon dating controversies, fire damage, and restoration efforts, while examining cutting-edge theories about radiation and image formation that continue to inspire researchers today.
Welcome to Theater 3. You enter a faithful recreation of a 360-degree projected first-century chapel, its weathered limestone blocks echoing with 2 millennia of faith. Around you, magnificent frescoes adorn every wall, painted in the distinctive styles of the Renaissance's greatest artists. The painted figures stir to life, breathing with divine purpose. Fra Angelico's ethereal Mary Magdalene steps from her frame, tears glistening as she discovers the empty tomb. Caravaggio's dramatic chiaroscuro illuminates the moment of recognition. Rabboni, as shadows dance with resurrection light. The narrative unfolds in stunning immersion as Da Vinci's brushstrokes animate the road to Emmaus, 2 disciples walking alongside their unrecognized Lord. Giotto's powerful hand brings Thomas to his knees, "My Lord and my God," while Michelangelo's serene beauty captures the miraculous net of fish and that intimate breakfast by the sea. Each scene builds toward the ultimate revelation, Christ's ascension, painted in the style of Raphael as Jesus rises in glory, promising to be with us always. The 18-minute journey culminates in a profound meditation on the Eucharist, how bread and wine become body and blood, making the risen Christ present in every generation. The final moments reveal the stunning connection between the Holy Shroud of Turin and this eternal promise. As the frescoes return to stillness, one question echoes in your heart: who do you say that I am?
Now, it's time to go behind the scenes of the 5,000-square-foot museum exhibit. As we step into the galleries, you're entering a world where ancient mystery meets cutting-edge technology, where faith intersects with forensics. Moving into the exhibition, we encounter the interactive digital installation that allows visitors to virtually dissect the shroud layer by layer. Developed specifically for this exhibit, you can peel away centuries of burn marks from the 1532 fire, remove water stains, and isolate the blood stains to examine the body image in its pure form. It's like having a digital microscope that reveals secrets invisible to the naked eye. The 30-foot Shroud in Art Through the Ages gallery tells a fascinating story of artistic detective work. Here, curators have assembled everything from ancient Roman coins to Renaissance paintings, tracing how artists across millennia seem to be working from the same mysterious template. The centerpiece is the rare pilgrim badge from 1355, one of the earliest documented public showings of the cloth. Perhaps most intriguing is Father Robert Spitzer's physics installation. Through interactive kiosks and dynamic radiation animations, visitors can explore the hypothesis that low-temperature nuclear reactions might explain the shroud's most baffling characteristic: how a 3-dimensional image became encoded in its fibers. Then the NASA VP8 image analyzer data is presented through stunning visualizations that transform the flat image into a volumetric human form. The exhibition doesn't shy away from controversy. The radiocarbon dating section presents both the 1988 results that suggested medieval origins and the recent statistical analyses that have called those findings into question. It's science in real time, showing how new discoveries can reshape our understanding. What's most remarkable about this exhibition is how it transforms visitors into investigators. Whether you're examining replica Roman torture instruments crafted from archaeological evidence, comparing the shroud with the Sudarium of Oviedo through digital overlay technology, or experiencing the selfie kiosk that shows how your own photo would appear in negative. Every element invites you to participate in the ongoing scientific inquiry.
The museum experience will conclude in a reflection chapel, offering visitors a space for quiet contemplation after their journey through history, science, and faith. The centerpiece of the chapel is the Luigi Enzo Mattei bronze sculpture. What makes this extraordinary is that every measurement, every detail, was derived directly from the Shroud of Turin itself. Through these immersive 360-degree experience theaters and hands-on interactive exhibits, this transcends traditional museum boundaries to create something new, a space where devout believers can deepen their faith journey, where scientifically curious minds can engage with research, and where even the most skeptical investigators are invited to examine the evidence firsthand in English, Spanish, and Vietnamese. The museum is just the starting place. Through QR codes, visitors can go deeper on the web or purchase books and videos in the gift shop to learn more. A student curriculum will also accompany the experience with video and downloads. Whether you approach the shroud as a sacred artifact or a scientific puzzle, the power of this exhibition lies in its ability to reveal the profound humanity of the man it depicts. In seeing the detailed wounds, the evidence of suffering, the anatomical precision of a real human body, visitors connect not just with an abstract theological concept, but with the evidence of a person who lived, suffered, died, and resurrected. This human connection transforms intellectual curiosity into something deeper: empathy, wonder, and possibly belief. Because when we truly understand that this cloth may have touched human skin, absorbed real blood, and transformed into mystery, the shroud becomes more than just a historical artifact. It becomes a bridge across 2 millennia, connecting us to the most profound questions of human existence. Opening this November in Garden Grove, California, we invite you to visit The Resurrection Through the Shroud of Jesus.